8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome everybody. Hello. Welcome to a Sunday night Gastlecast live that is going to be pretty short. We're not going to go on for too long because, as you know or may not know, we're going live on the Guar Pod, which is a Guar podcast, the only official Guar podcast, and we're really excited for that. We just had a Guar drop not too long ago, so it'll be great to talk about everything that happened with that drop. So if you want to tune in, highly recommend checking out that podcast after this is over. It will start at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Heather, what do we have tonight for the Coven of Mischief?
Well, I'd like to talk about the drop that we have going on Tuesday. Please,
let us know more.
Okay, so this coming Tuesday, June the 24th, we are opening the Coven of Mischief for old and new members. So anyone who was initiated last June in 2024 will be eligible to re-up their membership, and anyone who's never been in the Coven of Mischief will be able to gain entry into the Coven of Mischief. What does the Coven of Mischief entail?
I'll talk more about that, but so it's going to be at youtube.com, the Guar... hold on. Guar Pod... No, we're getting a question. I just want to make sure everybody knows. Guar Pod's going to be on youtube.com/Von Esper Studios.
Chris, we need to focus on one thing at a time.
I'll get to that, but I want them to know. They're asking.
I have a link that I'm going to share.
Oh, okay, very good.
Yeah,
please do that because we got a lot of questions.
Can you tell us?
So what is the Coven of Mischief? The Coven of Mischief is basically you're being brought into our little cult. It's a membership program where you'll have the opportunity to purchase figures that no one else can purchase through the Coven of Mischief. You'll also have early access to some figures as well. There are pins that go up on the website. There are just various items that'll go up on the website that you'll have the opportunity at purchasing. The Coven of Mischief is very well worth it. And in fact, when you see us in person at a convention, you show us your coin, your Coven of Mischief coin, and we will give you something in return. Typically, it is a pin in some way, shape, or form, where it might be like, the Coven of Mischief logo, which we call the Treblesque. We've given out a bunch of those over this particular year at different events that we've been at, and we're going to be doing more of that as the year goes on. And as we go down into the future, we'll have more of these items that we'll be giving away at these events. So you're going to want to join the Coven of Mischief for all of the special fun things. It's like the dark side of Mischief Toys. It's the hidden side, or the side that's the cultish side. And this year we actually ran an event called Day of Mischief, which is where we held our very first ever live initiation, and it was incredible. Right?
Yes, it was so awesome, and everyone in that room who was not initiated into the Coven became initiated into the Coven that day. If you were if you had attended Day of Mischief and got into the Coven and you were never in it before, there was a little piece of paper in your bag with your Coven of Mischief goodies that explained that in order to get into the Coven, you need to email help@mischieftoys.com. So, if you want to participate in anything Coven related, please do not contact me panicking on Tuesday because you automatically thought that you were in the Coven. You do need to contact us at our help email address in order to gain access, because Tuesday, not only do we have some new and old faces joining the coven, but we will also be putting up some items for sale for you.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about those items here during this live. Skylar Key is asking, are there items always available or just limited release for Coven members?
Both. So as of right now, I believe the Coven has some pins, lanyards, shirt, hat, at least like 1 or 2 different shirts and hats. But you are guaranteed access to a minimum of 1 Coven exclusive figure per your annual cycle. Now, that doesn't mean you will obtain it, because typically the number is pretty low. The limited edition number is pretty low, but you will have access to that.
All right, so let's talk about the items that will be available on Tuesday.
Yeah, so first off, we had 3 pins that were at the Mischievous shop during Day of Mischief, one of which sold out, 2 did not. And I'm gonna show you those 2. We have like incredibly limited numbers of these pins available, so make sure that you are there at the appropriate time. I'm going to give you that time here shortly. It's not going to happen as soon as the Coven of Mischief memberships go up for sale. It's going to be lagged a bit, only because I want to troubleshoot and make sure that every single person who purchased the June membership has access to the Coven. So if you do go and purchase or re-up on Tuesday, make sure that you check your account and you are in the Coven of Mischief. When you do purchase that membership and you go to like our drop down menu, no, it's not on the drop down menu. There's a separate tab in the corner when you log in, the upper right corner that says Covenstead. That's where you enter the Coven. So you should have access almost immediately. Sometimes it lags a little bit, but like I said, I'm going to be in there and I'm going to make sure that every single person who purchased their membership is 1000% in the Coven.
All right, let's see the pins.
Yes. Oh, wait, another thing that you need to know about the Coven of Mischief is definitely be logged in when you purchase your membership with whatever account you want your membership on. That is a very important step so that your membership doesn't get like lost in the void. It's something that we can totally figure out, but it just makes both of our lives much easier.
Email?
The email address, yeah.
Oh, okay, I don't think you said that. I think you said something about an account. I don't know.
Log into your account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Making sure they're using the right email address. Is that what you're saying? Okay. All right.
Okay, so the 2 items we have available is this 90-piece narrator suit pin. So what's interesting about this pin, I'm actually going to take it off the backing because the backing's a little bit dark and I want you to make sure that you can see the shape and what it looks like.
What was it limited to?
90 pieces, like I just said.
Oh, okay.
So here's the narrator suit pin. So as you can see, this is in the shape of the narrator, and it has this little suit. It has a troublesque on the little breast pocket like the narrator has, and it's so amazing. Like I mentioned, not very many are available. There are hardly any left available, so make sure you're there at the designated time, which I will tell you here in a couple of minutes.
And these were limited to 80, and this one actually has glow-in-the-dark eyes. And this is the classic Mischief Toys logo, but with Initiation Ghastly there instead of our regular
that's
Ghastly.
The narrator.
Or the narrator. Okay, narrator Ghastly. It reminds me of Initiation Ghastly, but either one. It could be either character.
Nope, he definitely has an English accent.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. So both of these pins will both be available for sale shortly thereafter. We do our new Coven membership. So get your membership in place, and then you'll have the opportunity of buying these pins along with everybody else who's in the Coven of Mischief. It is a very low amount of people that are in the Coven of Mischief. So if you want to join this, I highly recommend being there ASAP, getting your membership, signing up, and being ready for this. Because every single time we do this, we have people reaching out to us later in the day and they're like, oh my God, I was a member, but I didn't get my membership re-up. Well, sorry, we can't do anything about it because we've already sold out. But we have some figures that we'll be putting up for sale as well. And this is one of my favorite figures. It was sold at Day of Mischief. And it's a great figure. It's Mortem. And it's a glow green Mortem. Now this figure will only be available for the Coven of Mischief only. And there are 278 of these figures. However,
270.
Or 270. I always think it looks like an 8.
I know you do. It's 270.
I mean, look at it. It does not look like an 8.
It does.
It looks like an 8.
But it's in Mortem style.
Okay, so it's 270. I'm sorry. I always misinterpret that. But a lot of these have already sold. We've had these available both at, I think we had a couple at Day of Mischief while we were there.
Living Dead Weekend.
Or I'm sorry, Living Dead Weekend, but we also sold them at Day of Mischief and then, yeah, Day of Mischief and Living Dead Weekend. Okay. Yeah, so we have a limited amount of these still available, so if you want it, go and get yours. We have pin bundles as well.
Will be pin bundles available. We have a 145 piece pin that goes with him too. And this glows in the dark, just like the figure. Why don't you pull the figure out and show it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can, let's glow it too. We'll glow it in the dark and show you what it looks like. Because I don't think we've ever done that before. This was sort of a,
like a surprise.
This was a surprise for Living Dead Weekend. Or yeah, Day of Mischief, sorry. God, we've done too much. We've done too much this year. Not too much, but a lot. Okay, let me turn all these lights off and I can show you what this figure looks like. I'm going to keep him inside the box. I think it'll be better. You'll be able to see him a little bit better, I think. Look at that guy.
He's a nightlight.
He looks awesome. So he glows really well. So make sure you get yours. And also, the pin glows too, correct?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so it glows in the dark as well. There you go. Bing, bang, boom, baby. So those will be available to Coven members. All right? So make sure that you go get signed up this Tuesday and you're ready for the Coven of Mischief.
Yes, so one thing I would like to note is we are finally back on track. Because in case you didn't know, in case you're new here, in case you just don't remember, last year we only had one Coven sign up. And so this year we had a January sign up and we're also having a June sign up. And, well, there's gonna be more people needing to re-up if they so choose than are actually going to be permitted into the Coven this round. Just because of how things worked out, we had, you know, a larger amount of people join just in June of 2024, and then in 2025 we had some join in January, and now some join in June. So those, you know, it's a pretty low number of people who are able to get into the Coven. So I recommend being there at 12 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, June 24th. Definitely get it. Don't hesitate. If you're thinking about it, think about it between now and Tuesday, because you're not really going to have much time, I don't think, to make a decision.
But we do have something very special tonight for those who tuned in. Heather, do you want to tell them what we have available tonight?
Yeah, so tonight, this was a Chris thing. This was a Chris thing. We've decided to put the handful of remaining pins that we had left over from Living Dead Weekend up on the website. And I'll show you these pins. It's just 2 of them.
This one actually glows, and I don't know if we have... we might have to turn all the lights off for this. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There you go. So that pin will be available.
And this is limited to 125 pieces. This is our Ghastly of the Dead poster pin. And then we have our Fly Ghastly elevator zombie. Can you move your big head in, please? Thank you. Here's our elevator pin. And if you open the elevator doors, there's your Fly Ghastly. And he's a zombie, and he's amazing. Look at him. Sorry, I didn't open this door.
Your finger's in the way. There you go.
There he is. Incredible. So this one's limited to 100 pieces. This is 125. We're going to be putting a handful of those on the website tonight under Mischief merch. And we're also going to put up some Camp Zombie lanyards and Camp Zombie bags. I completely overestimated with the bags how many we would need. So we have quite a few left over. So if you're looking for reusable bags, definitely go onto mischieftoys.com and get yours. They are amazing. Chris takes one to work every single day. He packs his lunch in it and whatever else he needs for work.
It's good for shopping too.
Yeah, I use mine for grocery shopping. Now, I don't think everywhere does this yet, but recently here in Maryland, they did away with plastic bags, and either you spend like 10 cents to get a paper bag at the grocery store or you take your own bags in. So I take my own in all the time. But not only that, I have something that I don't know where it is.
It was out on the table. Did you grab it?
I thought I grabbed it. Maybe I didn't.
The Foolish Morgans love your fingernail color.
Oh, thank you. Where did I put? Oh, it's right next to me.
Oh, you probably just shifted it out of the way. We're also putting up a limited number of the cartoon black and white Ghastly, so you'll be able to get yours if you haven't gotten this one. And I will be throwing in a couple of APs tonight, and also we'll be signing those APs. So if you want an opportunity at a great AP, go and get yours tonight when they go up for sale. And the figure is amazing. It reminds me of like a Super Mario Brothers character based off of his little outfit. And there's a long story behind this figure and his outfit, and we'll tell that story in the future at some point. But this is one of my absolute favorite. I personally love this figure so much.
Yeah, he's great.
His box is really great too. There he is. Look at this. Very 30s cartoon theming. It's so awesome. Such a great figure. And we'll have these available on the website if you haven't gotten yours. This is a limited to 360 pieces. So Heather, when will all the things go up for sale for them to purchase?
I could start putting them up for sale now.
You're gonna put them up for sale now?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Heather's gonna make your dreams come true, my friends. So make sure you check out mischieftoys.com and get all your things. You know, of course, the Living Dead Weekend pins, the Living Dead Weekend bag will be up. The black and white Ghastly will be up as well. So tonight it's time for a feast.
The pins, the bags, and the lanyards from Living Dead Weekend are up at this point in time.
I'm rocking the lanyard for my my work stuff. It's fantastic. Will Green Glow Mortem go up too?
No, Green Glow Mortem goes up for the Coven of Mischief on Tuesday, and I'll give you the time very soon.
Yep. And we do have a figure coming up for Coven of Mischief. That's Coven of Mischief, like very specific. That'll be coming soon, within next however many months. So be on the lookout for that as well. But this Green Glow Mortem will fill your appetite until we can get to that next new figure. Cartoon Ghastly is amazing, yeah. And you love that you were able to get the AP version. That's amazing. That's so awesome. Yeah, so we'll have some APs of this figure available, a couple of them, tossed into all the orders. So go and get all of yours, pick your things, get your things, Personally, I'm a huge fan of the pins. The elevator door pin is my favorite thing.
It's incredible. I'm glad that you thought of that.
It's a great pin. Have the Guar shirts come in yet? No. They'll be in this week, and we'll get them shipped out this week. So, was it the shirts and the hats and all that kind of jazz? And by the way, we have a couple of the Guar posters, the blacklight posters, still available on the website. Not many. Very limited amount of them. So go and get yours if you haven't gotten that yet. One of the best things, in my opinion, that we've ever dropped. Definitely one of the best things. Probably in my top 2 things that we've dropped this year. I am in love with that Guar blacklight poster, and people see it in person and they're just blown away. It's something that you don't see that often anymore. You don't see blacklight posters, so it's a really cool piece. You got your cartoon Ghastly? Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome, Jeffrey. Yeah, so we'll make sure to get all this stuff out this week and get you all hooked up. And by the way, for Gastlecast patrons, we will be live with our Gastlecast patrons on this upcoming Saturday.
We've changed the time a bit, though. We will be going live. The Patreon call happy hour will start at 7 p.m. and Chris and I will be on at 8 p.m. Reason being, we are going to be out of town, so we sort of have to cut it a bit short.
Yes.
We have a hard stop at 11 p.m. because we have an early day on Sunday. So we wanted to give you guys a good amount of time to hang out and see us and have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we'll be live just an hour. We're shifting in an hour early, so we hope to see all of our patrons there.
Absolutely. Yeah. So make sure you go and get go and sign up to patreon.com/Gastlecast. Sign up. You can join us next Saturday. I have a ton of stuff to give away, to include. We're going to give away 3 of the zombie Ghastlies that were up for sale at Living Dead Weekend. They're all going to be AP figures. That's for level 4 only. We're also giving away some of the Mum-Ra Funko Pops. I have a Bonnable Toys Godzilla Black and White edition. We'll be giving one of those away as well, and much more. Mystery boxes and all sorts of cool stuff. So make sure you go over to patreon.com/Gastlecast, sign up. I could tell you this, is signing up for it, it's a real blast every single month, and we all have a good time hanging out. Highly recommend it. Check it out, $5 per month just to be a part of that call. I recommend that you check that out if you love the channel. You love all things Mischief Toys. We're going to be showing something from Mischief Toys during that call as well. We show a little something new from Mischief Toys every single month. It's a great call. It not only just for like seeing the Mischief Toys stuff and the giveaways, but also just the hanging out and the camaraderie. It's a real blast. So go and check it out. Patreon.com/Gastlecast. We'll be chilling like villains, bro. It'll be great. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm very excited.
You got your Fly Ghastly pin and bag. Awesome, David Brewer. Yeah. We only have one of the Dawn of the Ghastly pins left. That's it. One more and it's done, baby.
So, while we're here, I have some news for everybody. Our wonderful friends at FNC Entertainment Funko News Canada, they are like suspended from Instagram. And they are a huge fan of the channel, huge friend of the channel, huge friend of Mischief Toys.
Yep.
They post all of our drops. They post a ton of like collectible drops on their Instagram. They're working very hard to get it put back up. Very hard. But in the meantime, they do have a backup account. It's called FNC Backup. I'm going to link that in the chat below. And I just want you guys to go ahead and follow them for collectible news in general and a lot of fun. So I just linked it. I'm really hoping that their account gets reinstated because
Agreed.
I cannot even imagine.
Yeah. No, they're great friends. Love them to death, and I'm just, you know, I'm really sad that they ended up having their account on hold or brought down, at least for the moment. Let's get that thing back up. We worked really hard on advocating for disk trackers, and he's back up and running now. I'm not going to say that it's because of us, but we definitely talked directly to the CEO of Funko about that. To get that one back up and running.
Yeah, and I do want to say, so there's no misconceptions, his account was not pulled down because of Funko. It's like a completely weird, unrelated matter. It's just like he was targeted by Meta for some reason, and it was pulled, and it was definitely a misunderstanding. So hopefully we can get that back up and running.
Is that true?
What's that? No.
Oh, it's not true?
No.
Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, yeah, FNC is awesome. Come on. They're great. Please. So we still have some of the cartoon Ghastly still up for sale, so if you want to pick that up, you can go and grab it now. The lanyards are still up for sale, and we do have the reusable bags. Highly recommend checking either one of those items out. The lanyard's great. Reusable bag is great, as Heather mentioned. I use them both on a daily basis, actually. I use the lanyards. You know, it's funny. When, you know, going to work every day, I on the channel you might notice that I wear a Mischief toy shirt. So at my day job, which is sort of like a professional setting, I still wear my Mischief toy shirts, and I wear like a shirt over top typically. So I have it open. You can see my Mischief toy shirt, and I always get comments about, "Whoa, you got your Mischief toy shirt on today," you know, that kind of a thing. I'm like, yeah, I got to rep every single day, all the time, and I do. I rep every single day, and I really appreciate all of you out there who do rep, wear your shirts, wear your lanyards, do all the things. It means a lot to us here at Mischief Toys and Gastlecast. We just want to bring Mischief Toys to the world in a really, really big way, and we're working on that right now. In fact, over the weekend we found out that we have a new license that we're going to be working with, so I'm really stoked over that.
And our
That's really great.
amazing new artist, Tracy, is going to be sketching up some concepts for us to share with the licensors. So we are super stoked.
We're really happy and excited, and all we want to do is bring fun and, of course, mischief your guys' way. It means a lot to us that we have you know, your support and everything. So mischieftoys.com, go and grab something. Share your love and support for Mischief Toys. Now, this upcoming weekend, of course, we're going to be away. Next Saturday, the Patreon call is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be actually at, in a completely different state. It's a whole thing. But we are going to put on that call, and I think it's going to be really fun nonetheless. It's going to be different than any call we've ever done. We've never done one not sitting here.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different, which might bring even more shenanigans. I hope that the connectivity is really good, because if it's not, the whole call is going to be a mess. But I'm hoping for the best. So we'll have to see what happens. Okay. Thank you, Anna Reyes, for posting all the information. And Jason Stephen, hello. Welcome. So glad to see you here.
Okay, so we're going to wrap this up, but I have not given you the time for the extras that will be going up on the Coven of Mischief on Tuesday. So, Tuesday, June the 24th at 12 p.m. Eastern, people who have who purchased their Coven membership in June of 2024 will re-up if they so choose. People who have never been initiated into the Coven, or who were initiated long before and didn't re-up last June, you'll be eligible to get into the Coven of Mischief. That is 12 p.m. Eastern. It will be right on the homepage. No other tabs, just on the homepage. It'll be right in your face. Like I said, it should be fairly instant for you to gain access to the Coven. However, I'm going to manually go in and ensure that every single person who purchased a membership is also going to have access to the Coven of Mischief. So there is a little bit of a lag between the purchase and then me doing that and ensuring that everyone's in. Please be logged into your account, whatever account you want to use for your Coven membership, because that just makes it so much easier on everybody. And we are putting up the remaining very, very few 2 pins that we had for sale. These were not giveaways at Day of Mischief. These were the pins that were for sale. So they will be up on the Covenstead, as well as a handful of pin bundles, not very many left, and a handful of the glow green mortems. And that will happen at 2 p.m. Eastern. So 2 hours after you purchase your Coven membership, you can go in and get these bad boys or a green glow mortem.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Snaps by Ray has asked a question, Heather. Is there a way to see how long left we have on a Coven membership?
I recommend emailing help@mischieftoys.com if you can't figure it out yourself. So it should be within your order history. The problem is, I know a lot of you have very extensive order history. It doesn't take much for me to go in and check. Please do not message me or email me the morning of the Coven of Mischief membership. Typically, like, I'm working very hard and just making sure that everything's lined up for drops. So it's very rare that we answer emails before a drop on drop day. So if you're gonna email, please email tonight or tomorrow, just so I can 100% let you know. But typically, I don't know if there's ever been a time that anyone's ever purchased a Coven of Mischief membership plus something. I think it's only ever the Coven membership. So for those of you in the US, it should be $35 exactly, or if we collect tax in your state, it will be 35 plus whatever your tax rate is. So I think in Maryland, I think Marylanders pay $37.10 for their Coven membership. I might be wrong, but I think it's somewhere around there. So it would either have been in June of last year or January of this year. If you purchase your membership this January and you have the new black and gold pin, you don't need to purchase, black and gold coin, you don't need to re-up with this June membership. So June of 2024 or before that, you're gonna want to tune in. We are working. I have a brilliant person we hired at the beginning of the year who has actually created this incredible thing in your account. I don't believe it's live just yet, but when you go into your account, it shows you like your Coven of Mischief membership expires on, and then it tells you that information. So hopefully that'll be up and running. I think they were just making sure and testing a couple things, but that should be up and running really soon.
Aside from Mischief Toys, I do want to mention that this Tuesday we're going to do a huge Thrill Joy unboxing, and this is something that is very last minute, but I'm trying to get things spun up. It seems like it's hard to get people involved in it because everybody wants to open their Thrill Joy as soon as they get it. And I totally understand that. I haven't had many people jump on board. But I think up to this point, we have about, I want to say 7 people that are involved in this. But if you have Thrill Joy items or you're going to go buy Thrill Joy items, they're actually at HotTopic.com, or I'm sorry, Hot Topic physically and Box Lunch physically right now. So if you want to go and purchase some and be a part of a live that'll take place this Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, go and grab some and be a part of it. Donald fucking Lomax is going to be there. Matt Schloss is going to be there. Brian Barrick is going to be there. Steven Skolansky is going to be there. Heather and I are going to be there as well. And then we also have Juan Luis Martinez, who is somebody that I don't think we've ever had on a live before, but I'm super stoked over that. So somebody brand new to a live. Go buy the things, or maybe you didn't buy it, or you haven't thought about it, but go out to your store and go and pick it up and be a part of this live with us. Or maybe you have stuff just sitting around and you haven't opened it yet, still sitting and sealed up. Bring it. let's open it up live. I want to make this a really fun thing, and I want to show Thrill Joy a bunch of people having a great time during the Thrill Joy unboxing. I actually talked to Thrill Joy directly. We were going back and forth in email, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to put this together. I'm going to put, see if I can get a bunch of people to unbox. So I want to show them some fun that we're having right here on the channel, considering now we're becoming, ambassadors with Thrill Joy. We love them. We think that the new little figures that they've created are great.
Advisors.
Or advisors, yeah, advisors. Being advisors.
Not ambassadors.
Ambassadors. What's that? Ambassador? Oh, you were an ambassador of, you had to take all those pictures. NECA ambassador.
Yeah.
Is Steven Skalansky a draw card? WTF is going on?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. What? Yeah, Fallen Angels. It's going to be great. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Well, Chris, what's it say?
Twerk.
Twerk. If we got, I could try, but I don't know if it'll work out. What I'm noticing though, when I went to Hot Topic to purchase our figures, I noticed that it looked picked apart, and I'm really concerned about that. And I have my concerns, and I think I'm going to post a video about that tomorrow, specific to Thrill Joy and being in stores and my thoughts on that. And you might already know where I'm kind of like going to in my mind. But if you want to be a part of it, reach out to me directly on Facebook Messenger. Let me know you want to be a part of that thing and a part of the unboxing. If you don't have the figures now and you're going to go to the store tomorrow or Tuesday, that's totally fine. Just let me know. I'll add you to the list, and then we'll get that going. Super stoked. Hey, Lance is here. Lance, did you want to be a part of the Thrill Joy unboxing? I need to know. And if you do, please message me directly so I can add you to the list, because I've already started to make a list. I have a little chat group already created, and I'm adding all the people.
All right. Before we go, I'm going to do
please.
one last run through. All right.
Okay.
12 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, June 24th. We are re-upping, or you can get initiated into the Coven of Mischief for the very first time. It is $35 for an entire year. Your items will be shipped for free within the United States. It will be calculated shipping outside of the United States. You get access to at least one figure per your membership. Access does not mean you're going to acquire the item. Access means you can acquire it. You just have to be there at the right time to purchase it. You also get access to special merch throughout the year, pins, lanyards, prints, whatever else we have to offer. There's some things that are almost constantly on the website, like our classic shirts, but then we'll have like pre-order stuff every once in a while. So sort of like normal Mischief Toys items, but in the Coven of Mischief. And they're exclusive to the Coven of Mischief. At 2 p.m. Eastern, we have 2 pins that we sold at the Mischievous shop during Day of Mischief. Left over, we have a 90 piece and an 80 piece. We have very, very, very few left over. These were not part of the giveaway items that every single person in the room received. These were items that were for sale after Day of Mischief, the show was completed. So there's very few of these guys left. Additionally, we will be putting up, for the Coven, some pin bundles of Glow Green Mortem, and then just the figures of Glow Green Mortem. And right now, the 2 pins have sold out. We put up the 2 pins from Living Dead Weekend, but we do have a handful of these cartoon Ghastlies left available on the website right now at mischieftoys.com under Shop Ghastly tab. I think there's like a couple of pin bundles left, and then there's a few figures only. So make sure you head over and grab yours.
Perez wants you to be certain on this. She says 2 p.m. for pins? Sorry.
2 p.m. for the pins.
2 p.m. Eastern.
On the Coven of Mischief tab, and 2 p.m. Eastern for the Green Glow Mortem on the Coven of Mischief tab.
Okay. Do the pins come with stickers, Heather?
Yes, they come with the stickers that were given out during Day of Mischief for the respective pins.
There you go. There you go.
Oh.
Rocking it very hard. Heather, can you please post in the comments where we're going to be here in a moment? We're going to be on another podcast. It's going to be called, Gwar Pod, where we're going to be talking about the Gwar Ghastly figure, or Minion Ghastly as we call him, which was our very first license ever. Amazing. Super, super, super happy with the turnout, and thank you all for being there and supporting during that. I know not everybody is into like metal music or into Gwar, but the fact that you guys were there and supporting meant the world to us, and I just really, really appreciate it. We had questions about the Gwar merch. The Gwar merch will be dropping this, or it's actually arriving this week.
Shipping this week, yes.
Yeah, so we should get it this week and be able to ship out all the things this week as well. We'll keep you up to speed on that.
Sunken Tiki merch should be here in July. I don't have a date just yet. We will keep you as up to date as we possibly can. The Hawaiian shirts are a bit of a different beast because we get those manufactured, whereas with our typical merch, our shirts and our hats and the occasional hoodie, we get them printed here locally. So when you get something manufactured, it's a bit different. They're creating the fabric for us. They're hand sewing everything. So that's why it takes a little bit longer than your average stuff.
Absolutely. But thank you all. We love you. We're going to be over on the Gwar Pod here very soon. Tune in and watch. Be a part of the fun. We'll see you there. Okay? Later.
Bye.